Okay, let's jump into chapter 2. So his interactions with the Lord, his calling, his initial commission. He has his mission call. His bags are packed. Let's go in and talk to the people in Jerusalem, right? Which, by the way, it's much easier to get called to teach people far away than it is people in your own neighborhood. And his mission call took him to his own neighborhood, not unlike Lehi with his calling that we'll get to a little later. Notice verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me and have walked after vanity and are become vain? Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that fed us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through and where no man dwelt? And I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land and made mine heritage an abomination. So his first message to the people is a hearkening back to say, look at all the wonderful things God has done for you. Look what he's given you, and look at what you've done in return to him. Look, you're not even thinking about him. You're not even you're turning to all these other gods.
And I would say theologically, this is beautiful theology. What he's saying is God doesn't abandon you. God is the constant. You might say, even though God is all powerful, he's the vulnerable one in the relationship. He's the one who gets left behind over and over and over again and waits patiently for the return, right? He's the one who constantly stands at the door and is misused by us, never the other way around, right? That's what he's saying. You've left me. I'm here. The light is still on. Come back home, you know?
And I wonder, as I think about this for myself, do I always trust God? Do I believe that he's always there for me? Do I sometimes turn away or start to be fearful, or like Peter when he is out walking on the water, pay attention to all the chaos of my life and fail to keep my eyes riveted on the Lord? That's what he's saying. It's like, I have you. I've done all these things for your ancestors. Why would you walk away from the source of everything that sustains you? That's a question for all of us.
Which is beautiful, because you'll notice as we shift verb tenses here, he's reminding them, he's getting them to hearken back to the stories they've been raised on, of what the God of Israel has done for them in the past. And then notice he shifts verb tenses in verse 9. Wherefore I will yet plead with you, saith the Lord.
This is very Alma 5, isn't it?
Alma 5, yes.
Remember, now what about now? And can you trust in the future? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He's helping you see that, once again, as you read the rest of this, with your children's children will I plead. Mm. So it's with your ancestors, with you, and with your children's children down the road. And then verse 11, hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. It reminds us not just of Alma 5, but of Jesus' words to those Nephites and Lamanites in 3 Nephi 8 and 9, after the incredible destructions at his crucifixion that took place over here in the New World, when he says, I gathered you as a hen gathereth her chicks under her wings. I have now, I will gather, I gather you presently, and I will yet gather you again. I hope you're hearing not just a story for Jerusalem, 600 BC time frame. I hope you're hearing Jeremiah's voice re-echoing in your mind as you then stop and contemplate what great things God hath done for your family in the past, what great things he's doing for you presently, and what great things he promises, lest this just stay as a history lesson.
Reminds me of Moroni chapter 10.
Chapter 10, verse 3.
And here's Moroni. The nation's been destroyed. It doesn't have a lot of plate space left. And he says, remember what great things the Lord hath done. Right here, God gave a brief summary of all the great things he had done. So in any moment where you're feeling discouraged or feeling abandoned or hopeless, just remember God is with you, and he has done these great things, and he will yet do great things in your life and the lives of his children everywhere.
Yeah. When upon life's billows you are tempest tossed, count your blessings. It's a great principle to help us recognize the hand of the Lord.